Which NFL team is winning every game of the season? We are predicting every single game all year long and putting a jersey on the line for those who can beat me each week. And last week, we also gave 80 people 25 bucks each. So think about your picks and watch till the end for that jersey and $25 giveaway while I give you my picks, starting with Thursday Night Football. And we're starting this excellent week off with them Dallas Cowboys. I know this feels like one of those games where the Cowboys are riding too high. Everything's going right for Dallas. You're playing a really good team still in Detroit, and you just let your foot off the gas a little bit and get snacked. But this isn't the Detroit Lions. There's no Amon-Ra St. Brown. Khalif Raymond's banged up. I think Taylor Decker's also banged up. Penei Sewell's gonna miss this game. No Terrion Arnold. Brock Wright, who's already replacing Sam Laporta's out. I do think the Lions will fight their asses off as they do in every game. And I think there is a potential Dak Prescott pick six that keeps it close or gifts the Lions the win. But like I say every week, I'm using my brain. I'm using my logic to try and up this record. And my brain says the Cowboys are going to win 31-20. I'm ignoring my heart, which is saying that the Cowboys are going to be a letdown. And by the way, before I get into this too far, let's talk about the bye weeks. The Carolina Panthers coming off a huge win against the Los Angeles Rams, upsetting what a lot of people view as their Super Bowl pick, head into the bye riding high. And I'm happy for the Panthers. If you guys have been watching the show, I've been a Panthers doubter over the years. It's good to see them find some kind of success, if anything, for my friend Harrison. I know you're watching. New England Patriots going to the bye week off a win as well. They got to be feeling great about themselves. And what I've been telling people in my inner circle, and I'm willing to say into the mic now, the Patriots aren't just a scary team this year. And I do see what people say when they say they're fraudulent. There is no dominant NFL team in the league this season. Something weird is going to happen at the end. And it could include Bryce Young, or it could include Drake May, or it could include Bo Nix. I don't know. I just feel like on either side of the conference, either the AFC or NFC, it's kind of every team's a wild card team with their own strengths, glaring weaknesses on every team in the league, it feels like. So with the Patriots starting to stack the wins now at 10 with as much cap space as they have, all their draft picks next season, I mean, this bye week, it almost couldn't be any better than they would have drawn it up at the beginning. Giants need this bye week. They're beat to crap. I want to see Jackson Dart win a damn football game. It's tough watching him out there and go and get his ass kicked every week. And the 49ers, much needed bye week for them as well as they get ready for their playoff push. We're going to get into Sunday's picks. But first, one quick reminder, if you've never met me before, hi, I'm NFL Mike, an NFL content creator that creates NFL videos 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and twice on Sundays. If you're an NFL fan, I know you will love the channel. Please subscribe before you forget and turn on notifications so you can be here every time we post. And then while you're staring at it, hit that like button. It's the free way that every single one of you can really quickly support all of my videos. And this specific one, you can tell the algorithm to send this out to more NFL fans like me and you so we can grow this community bigger. We just keep going up every single week. I appreciate you guys so much for the support. Trust me, I see it. All right, some of the easier games to predict this weekend, starting with the Seahawks-Falcons game. Kirko Chains' run went one game. And I like that Seahawks defense. I've been talking about it all year. Seahawks defense is going to swarm them, like I said. I got Seahawks winning it 24-10. Saints at Bucks, I mean, could have a surprising result, but the Saints are in the race for the first overall pick, and they have been since the beginning of the season. We've been talking about it. I think they keep going that direction. Give me the Bucks 33-13. Rams got caught sleeping and took one on the chin from the Panthers. I think they come out pissed off here in this game against their division rival Cardinals and take out some anger on them. A pissed off Rams team gets it done 30-17. And the Jets, a W. This is another team in the race for the first overall pick. While you look on the other side of the ball, the Dolphins are much like the Bengals, holding on to a little bit of hope that they can win out and get into the playoffs still. They're red hot. Offense is cooking. Defense is playing at least average, a little bit better. Give me Miami to win this one. 30-17, fins up. And the Las Vegas Raiders are a bye week at this point. And as much as I want the Broncos to lose, and the Raiders came close to upsetting them a few weeks ago, that's kind of the way the Broncos have played all year. And I think they play this one a little bit similar. Score a few more points. It's a little bit bigger of a lead, but it's still a one possession game most of the game. But the Broncos pull it out late and make that one last defensive stop that they need. Denver 21, Las Vegas Raiders 14. Keep an eye on the crowd for this one because the Raiders fans like to talk shit about invading LA. They did not invade LA this last weekend. It was 50-50 at best, but I would say 60-40, 70-30 Chargers fans. The blacking out of SoFi Stadium has ended. And now you're about to see these hypocrites 1 week later have their stadium in Vegas invaded by Broncos fans after talking all that crap to me in person at the Chargers game. I encourage you all switch over to the Niners. Why don't you guys all become Niner fans? Now some games that are a little bit harder to predict. One reminder, stick around. We're going to give you that $25 and tell you how to enter the contest for completely free. Just watch till the end. I do want the Vikings to win this game against the Commanders. I feel awful for our guy Jay Jettas out there. He just looks like he's losing all of his love for the game, and it's honestly getting really hard to watch. I think that it gets even harder harder to watch this week. And unfortunately, the Commanders beat the Vikings with a walk-off field goal or something like that. I got the score being 21-20, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's like 23-20, 24-21. Just talking about the Vikings kind of depresses me. I really like that team at the beginning of the season. Browns-Titans is an interesting one because all that talk about Shedeur Sanders versus Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders versus all the quarterbacks in the class. And I said that I would rock with Shedeur Sanders until he lost a game. That lasted 1 week. Although I will say I put it as my upset of the week last week. And then it's perfect timing for another upset this week from the Cleveland Browns. I did not actually expect the Browns to win that game, but I'm a man of my word. I tried to come up with a reason. I'm being real with this one. The problem for Cam Ward is not the same problems that Shedeur has to deal with. The Browns realistically should just run the ball down the Titans' throat and get this W. Cam Ward has to deal with Myles Garrett. Shedeur Sanders doesn't have to deal with Mason Graham and Myles Garrett. Give me the Browns to win it 20-10. Titans back-to-back first overall picks. I think it's between the Titans, Saints, and Raiders. I will say, when I narrowed it to 3 teams last year, I did have the Titans in there. And when I narrowed it to 1 team and I said, you know what, I'm going with the Titans. I think at about this time in the season, everyone called me crazy, but I knew the Titans were getting that first overall pick. I hate to say it. I think the Las Vegas Raiders will end up with the first overall pick this year. I think they're the worst team in football right now. That's my prediction. And if I was them, I would suggest highly trading back. Get some extra picks. Pick a tackle and a quarterback in this draft. Not one or the other. I would assume at first you'd probably take the best quarterback. Bengals at Bills. Another game that could be game of the week. Both sides are kind of built exactly the same way. All offense, no defense. Bengals defense came to play against the Ravens though. Now when you look at the offenses matchups against the bad defenses, I do like the Bills' ability to run the ball a little bit more, but I like the Bengals' run defense a little bit more. And I do like the Bengals' ability to pass the ball and the Bills' defense a bit more, but I do like the Bills' defensive game planning coming together a little bit more than I like the Bengals. So it's a really tough pick. I do think it will be a close game. I do think it will be high scoring. The T. Higgins injury hurts my prediction a lot. I think I would narrowly give this to Cincy if T. Higgins is in it. I know he could get cleared for this game still, so maybe we'll have to change this pick in the middle of the week. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, follow me on TikTok in case I change this pick and announce it. But I'm going with the Buffalo Bills, 35-30. Another one that could be game of the week, Colts on the road in Jacksonville. The Jaguars heating up. The Colts completely cooling off and getting hurt. I was saying at the beginning of the year, I thought that the Colts maybe weren't as dominant of a team that they had started the year, and that eventually teams were going to load the box and force Daniel Jones to be great. First of all, he can't do it injured. Second of all, he can't do it consistently for an entire season once that tape gets out on him. And teams take away what he's getting easily because of the Shane Steichen scheme, Kevin O'Connell scheme, fill in the blank scheme that he's been in. And Sauce Gardner's out now. I think these are 2 teams going opposite directions, and I'm scared the Colts might miss the playoffs. Give me the Jaguars 23-20. I will eat my foot if I'm wrong about this one. Colts fans, you better hold me to it if they actually win. Steelers-Ravens could be another game of the week because they play each other this week and then they play week 18. And both of these teams can't afford to lose very many more games. Maybe 1 more game each. So both these games technically could be elimination games. But also, they could eliminate each other if they split these games. Lamar is hurt. Rodgers is hurt. There's so many storylines going into it, and it's really hard to predict this game. But with DK banged up, Lamarvelous has to return. We need to see a better Lamar Jackson out there. I'm going with the Ravens to win it. 24-14. No confidence in that pick. And I'll get to my Sunday Night Football game. Game of the week, upset of the week, and Monday Night Football. But first, do you want $25? It's this easy. Well, we're giving $25 of free credits, 0 deposit necessary, thanks to the sponsor of today's video, Dabble. So let's have a Dabble real quick and make our picks for week 14. Then after the video, you can go make your picks on Dabble for completely free with promo code NFLMIKE, and you'll get a $25 free credit. And if this ticket hits, you can turn that $25 into $900. You can copy my picks, go and follow me over on Dabble at the NFLMIKE, or go against my picks. Either way, with promo code NFLMIKE, you will get those credits. I told you guys that I might not be confident in them Dallas Cowboys, but I do like their receivers versus the Lions' banged up defense, and secondary especially. So give me Dak Prescott to go over his passing yards. I have a lot of touchdowns being scored in that Bills versus Bengals game, but I'm not going to go with any of the obvious choices to score. I think Mike Gesicki is sneaking one in this weekend and Gritty in it. Staying in that game, I do have the Bills winning 35-33. I think Josh Allen can score score 2 of those touchdowns. His over-under is 1.5 touchdowns. So we're going over on that. We just saw how much Kamani Vidal ran all over the Raiders defense. Their souls are broken. Their spirits are in half. Their spirits are down. Max Crosby's throwing fits. I don't know, man. I think it's impossible for RJ Harvey not to score a touchdown in this game. And then my guy, Justin Herbert, 206 passing yards. I know he hasn't hit this the last 2 weeks. The Chargers been running the crap out of the football, but I'm telling you, that does not happen very often back-to-back weeks. That does not happen very often any week, and it's not happening in a third straight week. If Justin Herbert's healthy and he's out there, this is my lock on this ticket. He will throw for 200 passing yards no matter how the game goes. Chargers losing and trying to throw back, he'll throw for 200 passing yards. Chargers winning, it's through his 200 yards passing. Again, promo code NFLMIKE and get your free $25. That can turn into $900 if you just copy my picks. No deposit necessary. I'll make that clear. You just gotta click the link in the description or use that promo code NFLMIKE. Back to my game predictions. Sunday Night Football is a good one between the Houston Texans and Kansas City Chiefs. Both teams can't lose. They both need to win. Texans fighting for a chance to win their division. The Chiefs trying to get back into the wild card picture. And another game of the week candidate. But this Texans defense is reaching another level. We've talked about it on the show all season long. This was my predicted best defense in the league. I had Will Anderson winning Defensive Player of the Year. Yada, yada, yada. Another reason why you should subscribe to the channel, because I had the Texans winning this division even when they were struggling. But they got to continue the Chiefs' downfall to continue their uprising to the top of that division. So here it is. In a game that turned into a defensive battle, I got the Texans winning 17-14. You don't got to convince me much to go against the Chiefs. And for game of the week, I played a prank on all of you. Every game this week is the game of the week because this is the best week. So have your 8 screens set up or go to Buffalo Wild Wings this weekend and watch every single game you can. Football is going to be in its prime this weekend. Week 14 will be the best football weekend of 2025. So it's all the games to reveal game of the week. From the Texans-Chiefs game we just talked about to the Jaguars-Colts game, Cowboys-Lions game on Thursday Night Football. Even that Titans-Browns game is very interesting. And another game that's really interesting is my upset of the week. But before I reveal my upset, one last reminder, you can join my Pickems challenge at the link in the description. Completely free for a chance to win a jersey of choice each week. The winner gets that jersey. Here's the winners from last week. Congratulations. If these are your picks, send me proof to my Instagram DMs at the NFLMIKE, and I'll send you your free jersey. We sent out an Emmitt Smith jersey a couple weeks ago. A Raiders fan won a couple weeks before that and got a Max Crosby jersey. And we sent out a Jared Goff jersey. Once they receive their jerseys, I will be showing pictures on the videos to prove they're getting their jerseys. But yeah, you can get one too. Last reminder to subscribe and like the video. It helps me out so much. Make sure you get your $25 after the video ends. Dabble. Link in the description to that as well, or promo code NFLMIKE. No deposit necessary. The upset of the week this week is obvious. The Philadelphia Eagles, coming off a loss, are still road favorites, but they're going to come into LA and get upset by the Los Angeles Chargers 24-20. But what will happen in every week 14 game? Hey, maybe I'm just too biased for this. I guess sooner rather than later, the ball definitely won't lie. But Justin Herbert will be out there. And yes, this is my prediction even if Trey Lance is out there.